Hey everyone, this tutorial goes over the requirements for the final essay narrative project, and I'm going to walk you through a little example. As we go through this assignment, I'm going to take you through my own process, and then that'll sort of give you a process to work on. But let's look at these requirements together by opening up this PDF. Okay, we're scrolling down here, and remember that we need to have a word count minimum, and that's 1,000 to 1,500 words. Now, we also know that you're going to have a word count that includes all the notes that you've taken, all of that information too. But this final word count is in regards to the final count for your essay itself. Now, I'm not making a maximum, and I know you say, oh my gosh, that's going to be so much for her to grade because some of these stories could be long. Yes, but I don't care. It's more important that you see this process through to its end, and so there's no maximum word count. Now, first you're going to scroll down, pick the image, open that folder on your computer so you can have your ideas going all the time. I have a little app on my phone, and I can talk to my phone throughout the day if a thought comes to mind, if a line of dialogue comes to mind, if a plot question comes to mind. And so that's a good use of the cell phone for that, as long as you can transfer it later to that document and make a Word document that you can then save as a PDF and submit. That's fine. I like to use the cell phone for ideas as I'm walking around. So then I'm using this example. Let's say that one of the pictures was this one, and I decide to pick that. So using that, I'm taking you through my process of what I might do with this image. And I'm going to show you all step by step how I, Debbie Hall, go through this process. I'm going to add some images to my folder. First, I want to get a face for this girl. She's just cute as a little bug, isn't she? And yet she hangs in there with this guy, I don't know. Anyway, I want to find her picture. And I have a picture of her when she's younger and a picture of her sort of when she's dressed up. Then I want to find a picture of this cowboy that I'm writing about, and this was no small task. I had to narrow it down from several, and then there's just something about this one that caught my attention. So I'm adding all these to my folder as I'm going along. And I'm putting each one of the URLs where that photo came from in my EasyBib project. Let's look at that together right quick. So here I am over here in EasyBib, and that when I log in with my free account, and we've already gone through that in tutorials before this, I'm going to create a new project for this narrative. And every single thing that I find as an image, I'm going to cite in this project that I'm going to create. So let's do one. Let's create this. I'll pause it while I create it. There it is, Knights in Special Armor. When I click Bibliography, that's going to show me all the citations I have, and I can add more citations there also. So far, all I have in my citations is this one for Sweetwater, Texas, which is where I got my information. And remember, part of the essay is that you include a works cited that shows where all you got your information. Nobody just makes it up out of nowhere. So now let's go find one of those images and cite that together. Let's say that somewhere in my story and in my file, I saved this picture. I'm going to go to this link right here. Here I am at that link, and there are all kinds of images I can go through and consider. Let's say I'm going with this one. I have it showed up here over on the left. I'm going to view the image, and I'm going to copy and paste the URL from that. Let's do that together. It's up in the URL bar. Back over here, I'm in my bibliography for Knights in Special Armor. I just copied that URL where that image was located. I paste it there, and I'm going to cite it. It found the URL, but it's asking me for more information about this picture. So let's go back over there where that picture was and find that information. See back here where we found the picture? We're going to visit that website And that's going to give us some additional information that we're going to need. So here I find the information that it was asking me for. The title is Rodeo Clowns by Cross Mage, Rodeo Clowns by Cross Mage. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back over to EasyBib. Okay, remember where it was asking me for that information? So I'm going to paste that there. Okay, so the article title is Rodeo Clowns. And Cross Mage is the author. And the website information is Cross Mage Rodeo Clowns. And I'll paste that in there. Don't need any of this. Author was Cross Mage Rodeo Clowns. Website title was that. This is the URL where anybody could find it. We don't need the publication date because it's not listed on there. That's not that important. And I'm going to create the citation. And there it is. That's my image. And I've got it all quoted. So it's going to go into my bibliography. And now I have two things. Let's go back to that PDF again. So now that's the process that I'm going to use as I find the images and information that I'm going to be using in my narrative. Below this is the actual content that I wrote, and let's say that that's the picture that I found before. I have that all documented, and at the end of my project I'm going to create a works cited page that's going to go at the very end of the essay, and it's going to show everywhere that I got my information and all that sort of thing. So that's where that will go. So let's go back over here to EasyBib one last time. Now, of course, by the time the whole thing is said and done, this is going to be a long list. And I'm going to go back at the end of my project, and I'm going to select all. I'm going to export, print as a Word doc, download for MS Word, and it's going to show up in my bottom tray on my computer. And there it is. Now, of course, when I'm through with this, this citation page is going to be a lot longer than this. But this gives you an idea how we get going on this. Let's go back to that PDF again. Okay, so keep going on your project. Keep developing this as you go throughout the semester. Remember, we have lots of other things that we're studying this semester, but this takes you through the process of some of these initial the essay instructions. Have fun with this. And that concludes this tutorial.